1899 was an interesting year in New York State history. A New York druggist invented Dentyne gum. New York native and movie legend Humphrey Bogart was born. A team from Brooklyn won the World Series. And New York Governor Theodore Roosevelt announced the completion of the New York State Capitol building in Albany, New York. What made this occasion especially auspicious was the fact that the building itself had been under construction for more than a quarter of a century, with a price tag topping $25 million, making it the most expensive Capitol project of its time. 5 architects had worked on its design, and despite all the delays, it stands today as one of the most interesting and admired Capitol buildings in the United States. From the outside, the Capitol resembles a giant French chateau, and in fact, the original design was inspired by the Hôtel de Ville in Paris, France. But with multiple architects contributing to its design, the 5-story granite building is actually a combination of several styles, including Romanesque and French Renaissance. With 3 acres of space, New York's Capitol building houses a vast collection of historic, architectural, and artistic treasures, leaving a visitor countless choices during their time here. Take, for example, the Senate Chamber and its exquisitely hand-carved recessed ceiling, a feat of engineering which makes the acoustics within the chamber near perfect. The ceilings are oak, and the adjoining walls are accented with 23-karat gold leaf. This ornate stained glass window bears the likeness of the New York State seal. Another possible destination is the Assembly Chamber. Known as the People's House, it's the single largest room in the Capitol and was designed by American architect Leopold Eidlitz. Or how about a walk through the Hall of Governors, a prestigious space that honors all of New York's past governors, including Grover Cleveland, Martin Van Buren, Theodore Roosevelt, and Franklin Delano Roosevelt, all of whom became president after leaving office here. At the end of this hallway is the famous Red Room, also known as the Executive Chamber. This space has been in continuous use since its completion over 120 years ago, and still includes the original desk that every governor has used since 1881. It was originally designed as the governor's working office, and even though it no longer plays that role, the coffered oak ceiling, mahogany wainscoting, and ornate fireplace make this room one of the most time-honored spaces in the Capitol. Many artifacts can be seen in the halls of the building. Over 1,000 New York State flags are on display, honoring those who served our country in the Civil War, the Spanish-American War, as well as World Wars I and II. Another must-see are the 25 murals that adorn the domed ceiling of the governor's reception room. The works depict everything from Henry Hudson's first contact with Native Americans to New York troops serving in World War I. However, no visit to the Capitol would be complete without a walk up the Great Western Staircase. Commonly referred to as the $1 Million Staircase and designed by noted architect Henry Hobson Richardson, this 119-foot staircase took 14 years to build at a cost of over $1 million. Today, the staircase stands as one of the greatest examples of architectural stone carving excellence in the country. Over 500 stonecutters were employed in its construction, with many of them charged with the task of carving the faces of 77 prominent people into the existing stone wall. Some of these exquisitely carved celebrities of the time include George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant, and Susan B. Anthony. Once the original stone gallery was finished, the carvers were allowed to finish the staircase with etchings of friends, relatives, and people they passed on the street. Like many buildings of the late 19th century, the Capitol has also experienced its share of structural defects, aging, and wear, but nothing could have prepared it for the Great Fire of 1911, which destroyed 450,000 books, and 270,000 manuscripts in the State Library, which was then housed in the building. It was one of the greatest library disasters of modern times. Today, the Capitol is in the midst of being restored to its original glory. Rooms like the Assembly Chamber are being totally refurbished. The skylight overlooking the western staircase, which had been covered since World War II, is once again shedding light on the Great Staircase. Repairs are being made to the roof, and the walls along the hallways are being restored to their original colors. These are just some of the improvements that visitors can expect to see during their next visit. This has just been a small glimpse at the Capitol building and its history. Walking tours of the Capitol are available 7 days a week. To find out more about the tour, you can visit the Office of General Services website at the address on your screen. So the next time you're looking to visit an architectural marvel, one that's considered among the greats in the country, try New York Places. They're closer than you think.